Today, I'll be ranking the best offensive players in the league. I want to keep this a skilled player list, so I'll start off by giving a mention to Trent Williams, Tristan Wirfs, and Quentin Nelson, because those are some of the best offensive linemen in the league. Now, let's get into the main list. At number 10, I'm going to put Nick Chubb. I understand that he's coming off of a freak injury, but I still think the guy will be absolutely insane. I understand the concerns, but he's come back from this before, and he's reportedly 100% in training camps. I'd really like to hope that he comes back because he's been such a dog in the league. And I think that he takes his spot over some other running backs. And there will be another one on the list. But I think that he truly is the second best running back in the league. At number 9, I'm going to put George Kittle. I believe he's a better blocking tight end than Kelsey, who actually won't be on this list. And I think the stats back me up putting him ahead of Kelsey. Because even with the Niners having more offensive weapons, he finished with more yards with 30 less receptions than Kelsey this past year. Number 8 is going to be the first wide receiver on the list, and it's going to be A.J. Brown. I think he's easily deserving of a top 10 spot. He's been one of the best deep threats in the league for around 3 years now. The guy's been dominant ever since he joined the league, and I believe in him to continue his dominance. This guy really does ball out, and he even did it with Ryan Tannehill as his QB. Every team would be happy to have him, I believe, too. Although this would be interchangeable with our next player, our first QB will come in at number 7, and I believe that to be Joe Burrow. I think I'm one of the only people other than Bengal fans still high on Burrow. The games where he seems settled in and unaffected by injuries, he played very good last year, and I really think he can be the second best QB in the league this upcoming year. But as of now, I think I can't put him there as much as I want to. And I kind of wanted to keep QBs off of this list, but I still put him on there. And I might even remake this without QBs just because, I think the quarterbacks can be a little bit stupid to rank. Just outside the top 5 is going to be Josh Allen. Honestly, I think he really deserves a spot on this list, and I think this is a good spot. I think at times he's a bit of a turnover machine, and honestly, I think Burrow will be above him by the middle of next season. But I think at the moment I have to put him here. I still believe in him to make the Bills semi-competitive this year, but he's definitely not the second best QB. Starting off the top 5 is going to be Justin Jefferson. I see some lists where he's the second best player in the league, but in my opinion, I think he's not quite the best wide receiver. There's been a guy still more dominant than him in the league, and I think everyone knows he's good, but just they don't quite respect him as much. Justin Jefferson is still very good, but not top 3 in the league in my opinion. At number 4 is going to be Lamar Jackson. He's coming off of an MVP year in which I think either CMC or CJ Stroud honestly should have won it. I understand that can be a crazy take, but we're here to talk about why Lamar is good. The reason I keep him at 4 and not quite top 3 is just I think the guys ahead of him are more deserving of being the top 3. But I like Lamar, but I think 4 is definitely his spot right now. Starting the top 3 is going to be Christian McCaffrey. A couple years ago, I thought it was crazy to call him the second best running back, and to be fair, I still stand by that being a crazy take 3 years ago. But now it's the right take. On top of that, I think people forget how good Henry was and still is back when he was in that debate. Anyway, I think the Offensive Player of the Year definitely deserves to be here. If you ain't first, you're last, but I think being the second best player in the league is a bit better than last. Tyreek Hill is here, and I think that might be a bit of a hot take over CMC, but I think Tyreek has been so dominant over the past 2 years that he's deserving of this spot. It's kind of crazy he hasn't won the Offensive Player of the Year award yet, but I think he's number 2 in the league for sure. At number 1 is Patrick Mahomes. Go ahead and like the video and sub if you want more content. And I'd like to do a little bit of something for my shorts videos just to get a little more content there. So just let me know any fun ideas you have for that. Thank you all for watching and have a good day.